It was a landmark day in American history. The nation was abuzz with the appointment of Justice Emanuel Jacobs, the newest member of the United States Supreme Court and the first black justice appointed in over 2 decades. A constitutional scholar with a decades-long legal career, Justice Jacobs was lauded for his fierce intellect, calm demeanor, and unwavering dedication to civil liberties. His confirmation had been hard-fought and historic. On his first day walking into the marble halls of the Supreme Court building, Justice Jacobs chose not to take the secured underground entrance reserved for justices. Instead, he entered through the front, wanting to symbolically walk in the same way millions of Americans did when visiting the highest court in the land. Dressed in a tailored navy suit, briefcase in hand, Justice Jacobs climbed the grand steps with a quiet smile. But as he reached the main doors, an incident occurred that would spread like wildfire across news outlets and social media in a matter of hours. A woman, later identified as Linda Carver, a legal secretary visiting for an appellate hearing, stepped aside at the sight of Jacobs and quickly approached one of the building's uniformed guards. "There's a man walking around up there," she whispered urgently. "He doesn't look like he belongs. He's not with security or a tour group. I think someone should check on that." The officer raised an eyebrow and calmly asked for clarification. "He's by himself," she insisted, "and he doesn't look like the other justices. I don't feel safe." The officer approached Jacobs cautiously, while another security guard quietly activated the internal alert system, protocol for potential breaches near the chambers. But as the officer neared, Justice Jacobs turned, smiled, and offered his ID badge. "Good morning, officer. Justice Emanuel Jacobs," he said, extending his hand. "It's my first day." There was a pause, then a rush of embarrassed apologies. "I'm so sorry, Your Honor. We weren't informed you'd be using the front entrance." Jacobs shook his head gently. "It's all right. I believe the public entrance belongs to all of us." Carver stood frozen in place, mouth slightly agape, as realization dawned. The man she had called security on, the one she assumed didn't belong, was about to sit on the highest bench in the land. News of the incident was leaked to a court reporter by a clerk who witnessed the exchange. Within hours, the story went viral. Supreme Court justice mistaken for trespasser on first day. Pundits, politicians, and citizens weighed in. Many praised Justice Jacobs for his grace and composure, while others called the moment a stark reminder of the prejudices that still existed in even the most revered American institutions. Justice Jacobs released a statement that evening. "Today was a humbling reminder that the robes we wear, the titles we hold, and the accomplishments we achieve do not always shield us from bias. But I do not hold resentment. I hold resolve. My presence here is not an anomaly. It is a continuation of the promise this nation makes to its people, that justice belongs to all of us." The following week, in his first official remarks from the bench, Jacobs opened the court session with a powerful quote. "Justice is not only what happens in this chamber, it is how we treat each other on the steps outside." The incident prompted a quiet internal review of courthouse security procedures and implicit bias training for staff. But more importantly, it sparked national conversation, from law schools to social media feeds, about assumptions, respect, and visibility. Linda Carver, through her employer, later issued a public apology. "I didn't see a Supreme Court justice. I saw someone I didn't expect to see in that space, and that was wrong. I'm deeply sorry." Justice Jacobs declined to comment further. His focus remained on the work ahead, interpreting the Constitution, safeguarding democracy, and representing a new generation of leadership on the bench. But for millions of Americans, especially young black men and women, his first day served as an unforgettable image, not of humiliation, but of dignity in the face of doubt and power in the face of presumption.